This is what it's about here, man. Right? Put your mouthpiece in and let's go play 60. I love games like this. I love weeks like this. I mean, the link is going to be rocking Sunday. Shit! Sills National Football Show. Middle of the week. Cowboys, Eagles, baby. I look over here in the chat room already. Got a lot of mind readers. What will Big Sills open the show with? What will he possibly say? Where could he possibly go? That's the beauty of the show. I don't even know until I open my fat mouth. And most of the time, you guys lead me there. All seriousness, though, these are the games here, man, when you were a kid playing football in your backyard, pretending to be Bill Bergey or pretending to be Jerome Brown or Clyde Simmons or Seth Joyner. Used to play touch football with your boys, pretend you were getting ready for a Super Bowl or a giant win. When you were a kid, these were the games that you one day wanted to play in. These are the games that you wanted to have your face on. You wanted to be, and like I always tell you, these are the games here, Cowboys and Eagles, where you want to stand out in the crowd. That's why I love team sports. I always wanted to stand out in the crowd. You have 106 guys, both sides. You want to stand out, man. These are the kind of games. These are the kind of games. These are the games that you wait your whole life to play in. Everyone wants to play in big games, not tomato can games. Detroit Lions, Vikings, okay. Jaguars, Cowboys, all right. Got the entire city watching you. Even during a playoff run with your Phillies. Doesn't matter. This is what it's about here, man. Right? Put your mouthpiece in and let's go play 60. I love games like this. I love weeks like this. I mean, the link is going to be rocking Sunday. Shit! Man, is that hype. But by the way, you don't really need to say, watch this. Man, I don't need a coach's speech on Sunday. These are those games where, coach, it's all good, man. I'm rocking and ready. I've got to kind of pace myself here so I don't get overamped up by Sunday if I'm playing in a game like this. This is the kind of game where you go like this. I got to stay off the gas pedal, man, because I don't want to burn out by Friday. I don't need a rock me speech here. I don't need this, man. Cowboys, Eagles. What else do you need to be said? You know, when you played in big games in college, Florida, Miami, you know, or FSU, Miami, back when it mattered, and those games were for number one in the country, I didn't need Coach Jimmy Johnson giving me hype speeches and shit like that. I didn't need that. It was FSU week. Let's go play 60. Let's tee it up, stop flipping, and go hitting. Eagles, Cowboys. I say that this, you know, we had Merrill Reese on with us yesterday, and he doesn't think that this is going to be the most important game in Jalen Hurts' history of his career so far. And this is short history. It's got to be a defining moment, though. Beating the Jags and the Lions, it's part of the journey. You have to win those games. But beating the Cowboys defines you. To me, it would be like this. It would be, remember that coach John Cooper that was a really great coach for the Ohio State Buckeyes, but he couldn't beat Michigan. John Cooper had a great win percentage at Ohio State. Bunch of 10-win teams. Couldn't beat Michigan, though. Shit, dude, you can't beat Michigan. What's the sense of playing the rest of the games? It's kind of filler. This is really going to be a moment for Jalen Hurts, man. How about this? Let's compromise. It's got to be a defining moment for him. I think we're going to look at him differently either way after this game on Sunday night. I don't think you can get around it. I get where Merrill's going. There's a whole boatload of football to be played, and he's right. But the team on the schedule is the Cowboys. Everyone knows this. It's most likely for the division. I do not buy the New York Giants. I do not buy it. We're going to look at Hurts differently, in my opinion. Good or bad after this game. I know I will. I said this as the close of the show yesterday, and I want to emphasize it again to you. You know, you guys think I criticize Jalen Hurts, right? And I tell you, I think he's improved, all this and that. We can go back and forth. You guys only hear 10% of what I say sometimes. But if he beats the Cowboys, and convincingly, what's left to debate? Jalen Hurts is he's systematically knocking down all the naysayers and all the doubters on the way to his bag of money. This is another step in that journey. And I'll be the first to stand in line and go, like I was with Lamar Jackson, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm not there yet. I'm not near there. Okay? I'm not. I don't think he's a prolific quarterback. And I'll hang on that. And I'm going to make a point to you here. The nation doesn't think that. Here. You know, I was going to put my own list together, but then you'd call me a hater. Why don't we take a look at CBS's power rankings for quarterbacks? I took it off their website. Okay? I'll get to your calls here or your takes here in a minute. This is off of CBS. You can go to the website. They have like the top 32. I'm going to only do the top 10 because I only care about the top 10. These are the top 10 quarterbacks as of today, according to CBS Sports. Number 10, Matthew Stafford, Rams. I don't really think he's having a great year. I think they need another weapon. Hey, you want to hear something? You know Christian McCaffrey? Don't be shocked if he ends up in Los Angeles with the Rams or with the Buffalo Bills. As we get closer to that trading deadline, November 1, Christian McCaffrey might be a Ram or he might be a Buffalo Bill. Carolina needs draft picks for the new coach. They don't need Christian McCaffrey. They need a quarterback. Christian McCaffrey doesn't help them. Be prepared for that. Christian McCaffrey with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, or out with Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford. Keep an eye on that. Number 9, Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia Eagles. So Xander's like, yeah, so McCaffrey can play 4 games a year in Los Angeles. Pretty true. CBS Sports has Jalen Hurts, the 9th best quarterback in the ratings and the power rankings for quarterbacks. Not Big Sills. Not Big Sills. Stafford 10. Wait till you hear the next one. Stafford 10. Jalen Hurts 9. Do you know who CBS Sports has as the 8th best quarterback in the league? He's played 1 game. Dak Prescott. Wait a minute. Sills? You mean this isn't your list? No, this ain't my list. CBS Sports has Dak Prescott, who played 1 game, and he was shitty in it, ranked ahead of Jalen Hurts' season so far. Gee, what is that? Number 7, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals. Number 6, Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens. Number 5, Justin Herbert, LA Chargers, prototype quarterback. Number 4, Tom Brady, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 3, Aaron Rodgers. Intermediate passing game's good. The problem with Aaron Rodgers this year and the passing attack of the Packers is the deep game. Number 2, Josh Allen. And the number 1 quarterback in the NFL is Patrick Mahomes. And you see, the difference with this list is there's no quarterback on this list except Jalen Hurts that has more rushing touchdowns than passing touchdowns, and someone calls him prolific. Stafford 10, Hurts 9, Dak Prescott 8, Joe Burrow 7, Lamar 6, Justin Herbert 5, Tom Brady 4, Aaron Rodgers 3, Josh Allen 2, and Patrick Mahomes 1. Wait a minute. This ain't my list. CBS is telling you, Jalen's a good ball player. I got Dak Prescott ranked ahead of him, and he's played one game, and he was terrible in the game against the Bucs. Sounds like a Dan Sileo. Go over to CBSSports.com. It's on the front page. I looked at it and I went, wait a minute. They got Jalen Hurts 9th. He's some sort of like revolutionary quarterback. Nobody in the country thinks what he's doing is exceptional. They think what he's doing is better than what he was a year ago. That's what I've been telling you. Okay? You call this content, Sileo? Yeah. Because you guys tell me that I'm hating. So is CBS hating on Hurts too? Or I'm not the only one that thinks this about the guy. Jalen is so good of a football player. Jalen is a great football player. A great quarterback? I don't know. He's 5-0. Who cares? Exactly, dude. Yeah, exactly. And you guys have taken advantage of the stiff schedule you have. That's exactly what you need to do. Yeah. Look at CBS. Hurts is the 9th. Where would you have Jalen? 1? Watch this. Would you take Jalen Hurts over Patrick Mahomes? Absolutely not. Would you take him over Josh Allen? Absolutely not. Would you take him over Aaron Rodgers? Probably, because Rodgers is 39 or 38, whatever he is. Probably. Okay, probably. Brady, probably, because he's 45. Okay, probably. Over Justin Herbert? No. Over Lamar? No. Over Burrow? No. Over Prescott? Yes. Told you that. Over Stafford? Yes. I would take him there. It's not bad to be in the top 10 if you're Jalen Hurts. They thought you were trash last year. You're in the top 10 conversation. I think that's a merit badge just in itself. Yes, over Herbert. This guy's got 14,000 yards, I think, already in 2.5 years of throwing the ball. You guys are out of your tree. You got a quarterback who has 4 passing touchdowns. You get nothing out of your passing game. 0. Give me a break. CBS is saying it, not me. Go to the front page. Go to the front page. Oh, and by the way, once again, do you think Hurts is in the MVP conversation? Pat, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, Pat. Yeah. I think he's in the conversation. Absolutely. For sure. Absolutely. I definitely do. I have Hurts number 3. I'm sure you do. Hurts has 1,359 passing yards. What you guys call Kirk Cousins' stats? Empty calories? Empty calories. Empty calories. You're a running team. See, I don't think you guys want to face who you are. You're a running team, and you're better at throwing the ball than you were a year ago. That is all you are. You're better. You're 5-0. Why are you crying about it? Hey, by the way, I got another guy here. Since CBS talked shit on your guy, how about Donovan McNabb on WIP doubling down today and saying that the Eagles are 2 to 3 years away from winning the Super Bowl? This guy has got a problem with Jalen Hurts. I don't think the Eagles are 2-3 years away. I think the Eagles have a chance to win the Super Bowl this year. At least get there. How about that? You heard what I said? Well, I said it in March that they're going to win the NFC and play the Bills. Hey, Colin Kaepernick took a team to the Super Bowl. Nobody's putting him in a top 10 list. And I think these guys play a lot alike. Colin Kaepernick and Jalen Hurts play a lot alike. Okay? They play a lot alike. He got to a Super Bowl. Stafford just won the Super Bowl too. Get it? I would say this to you. Yeah, Jalen and Kaepernick play a lot alike. Okay? So McNabb is going around telling everybody, hey, they're 2-3 years away. I'm sticking to my guns on that. This guy, man, 2-3 years away. That's back in McNabb's day when teams could stay together and there were no salary cap back then. In today's NFL, your team right now is who you are. You don't have – what New England did was remarkable, having that thing together for over 20 years. We all know that. Teams don't stay together. Look at how the Eagles fell apart after they won the Super Bowl. Look at how the Rams are falling apart. Most teams fall apart. Look at the Bengals. What are they, 2-3 now? So when McNabb says this, I disagree wholeheartedly. New England's done. Hey, Nick, after 22 years of dominance, yeah, I'll take 2 or 3 years of shitty football for 22 years of complete dominance. Think about what Nick just said. New England's done. Well, it's about time, don't you think, Nick? After 3 decades? Probably. Yeah. Hey, Nick, right. Kaepernick is trash. Got to a Super Bowl, took his team there. Was Lamar before Lamar? It's funny you guys say that. At least he got to a Super Bowl. And if the lights don't get turned out on him, he might win it against Baltimore. Okay? Yeah, whatever, JM. Your brain cells off. Gillette Stadium's trash. Yeah, why? Because they have all those banners up, right? Well, if they need to clean the place, they've got enough banners to do it with. 6 Super Bowl championships. Hey, we don't have enough blankets in here to keep people warm. Just use all the championship banners and all the AFC title banners. I think they could probably cover the entire stadium. Hey, are you cold? Why don't you use the 92 Super Bowl? Yeah, baby. Foxborough's trash. I know, man. Every time you walk by and drive by Gillette and you see those banners, everybody gets aggravated and upset. Burrow better than Hurts? Absolutely. Took a team to the Super Bowl last year, jackass. Who have you beaten? Kirk Cousins. Guy took the Cincinnati Bengals to the Super Bowl. Hurts is better than Burrow. Oh, my God. Hey, your boy McNabb still talking shit on Jalen and the Eagles. That's unbelievable. Totally is. Burrow's trash. I'll take him. He'll make $500 million here in about 2 years. Okay, I'll take him. I'll take him. I would never have Jalen Hurts as my starting quarterback if I'm building a team. Okay, never would I have that, because you can't get anything to take advantage of today's NFL. Today's NFL is throwing the ball, not running it. It'll catch up. You do agree, though. Do we agree that this is a defining moment for Jalen? Do we? Do we agree? Defining moment. By the way, watch this. You got the best tight end. You got the best quarterback. You got the best O-line. I think you got the best running back. I don't think you have better defense. I do think you have better corners, though. That will play a factor. Okay? You got to face 11 from heaven. Boy, I'll tell you, man, you better pray to God that Mulata's playing against Micah Parsons. You better hope he's playing, because if that dude is going against Jack Driscoll, dog, it won't be friendly. You better hope Mulata is 100% versus Micah Parsons. Oh, the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Okay, ahead of the Eagle game on Sunday night. You know, he didn't play very well in that Monday night game against the Giants, I didn't think. You can't have another repeat performance in prime time where you don't show up. You better show up, son. Lawrence Taylor was a factor. He's not Lawrence Taylor. He's not. Stop doing that. Just like Aaron Donald's not Reggie. He's not. How many times last week did you see Aaron Donald get his ass blocked? 5? Reggie didn't get blocked. Stop doing that. I hate when we have like we lose our senses. When we see something new, we gravitate to it and say it's the best. Aaron Donald's not the best defensive lineman in NFL history. The guy who wore 92 in Philly was. And it's not close. It's not close. Reggie picked people up 2 at a time. Got to your quarterback, killed him, did a prayer over him, then went back and killed him again. My God almighty, I don't think they would outlaw Reggie White today. And Micah Parsons is not Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor couldn't play in today's NFL. They'd have to ban him for the kind of hits that if we saw what Chris Jones did, okay, if we saw what Chris Jones did to Derek Carr, you wouldn't allow Lawrence Taylor on the field. The way he devastated people. My God, the way he tore Theismann up, they would probably fine him for that. For breaking his leg like that on national television. Remember, he did that on Monday night. You couldn't keep him on the field because he'd be suspended for the hits that he had. You just couldn't. Parsons is like Pat Swilling, but better. He's a lot like, as I've been saying to you, Derek Thomas. He's better on the run than I think Derek was. He's got all the earmarks of being a complete stand-up, put your hand in the dirt, outside rushing linebacker. But before you start putting a crown on him and you're thinking that he's at the door of number 56, please stop that. Okay, just stop that. That is not happening. Reggie White, same thing when they talk to me about Aaron Donald. I get it's a different NFL today. You really don't have to play the run. Reggie was the greatest defensive lineman I have ever seen, and that includes guys like Joe Green and Randy White, Sapp. Come on, man. Stop with that shit. Micah Parsons, Lawrence Taylor. Taylor didn't have off nights. How many people ever saw Lawrence Taylor or Reggie in an off night? Every game you watched the Giants just because, win or lose, he was going to kill somebody. Taylor didn't take days off or not, no impact. Lawrence Taylor could easily have 2 sacks. Same with Reggie. 2 sacks, hit on the quarterback, lose 21-19, something like that. And you're like, damn, man, Reggie killed people. Okay? Jesus criminy. Just telling you, man. Reggie was 6'5", 300 pounds, and could run at 4'6". Absolutely. Dude. Tremendous football player. Tremendous. Micah Parsons versus Lane Johnson. That's going to be a fantastic matchup. I cannot wait to watch that. Lane is playing. Watch this. Trent Williams is the best tackle in football. Lane's playing the best. Lane's number 2 right now. Okay? But he's playing number 1. He's playing the best. Because Trent's not been playing, when they get him back, 49ers are going to be more of a force. But to me right now, Lane's playing the best tackle of anybody in the game. Now, it's right tackle. It's a little bit lesser of the left tackle position. That's not your dominant tackle. Your dominant tackle is your left because that's who you pay the money to protect the quarterback's blind side. Okay? Your left tackle is usually your more athletic. Your right tackle is usually your more dominant on the point of attack and running the ball. But Lane's doing both. See, here's what makes Lane Johnson so great. Most of the time at the right tackle position, that guy is really great at run blocking. And most of the time, right-hand teams, they run to that side with that right tackle. They don't usually run to the left side with your left tackle is a guy that's the best pass protector. But what you have on the right side with Lane is as good as any tackle in the left tackle position in the league as there is. He's got the qualities of both positions. He's a great pass protector, and he can run block. That's what makes him special. Most of the time, you don't have that dual threat tackle at the right spot, but he is. And to me, I'm not putting Micah Parsons on him. I'm putting Micah Parsons on the 70% Jordan Mailata. Why would I put him against the strength of the Eagle offense? Does that make sense? Why would I do that? Why would I put Micah Parsons against Lane Johnson? And you heard Brad Sham yesterday, the voice of the Cowboys. One of the things that Dan Quinn has done, they've created a defense to move him around in certain positions, and they're going to find the weakest link, which usually means the guy who's the most injured. They may line him up over Dickerson. They may line him up over Jason Kelsey. From Sayamalo all the way over to Mailata, the line is injured and nicked. I don't know to what extent. I'm saying to me, that's my attack. I'm not lining up my best pass rusher over the guy who's playing the best football. What kind of common sense is that? I'm going to put him on a guy who's missed a week of football and has a shoulder injury, and I'm going to get out wide on him, and I'm going to rush the shit out of Jordan Mailata. That's what I do if I'm Dan Quinn. We're going to find out right away if Jordan Mailata's healthy or not. I'm going to run games, twists, every single thing that I could come up with. And let me put this here about something that Micah Parsons is involved in right now. You got to remember something. You know who Dan Quinn is too, right? He created the Legion of Boom. He put that Legion of Boom together with Gus Bradley. Gus Bradley and Dan Quinn put that Legion of Boom together in Seattle. That's how he got the Atlanta job. The one thing that they did, remember? Cam Chancellor. Late round guy, mid-round guy, probably somewhere in there. Michael Bennett, he was a guy that was cut by New Orleans. The Bucs had him. Seattle made a trade for him, or I think he was a free agent when he signed. He wasn't a high draft guy. Was one of the better pass rushers, though. They put that in. Then they got Bobby Wagner in there. That thing was not built with a bunch of first-round draft choices. That thing was built with a ton and a bunch of guys that had a style that Dan Quinn liked. He was the guy that created the Legion of Boom. He's the guy that put it all together. Now, look what he's done here with Mike Nolan's Dallas Cowboys here. Mike Nolan was terrible, didn't know what to do with the personnel. This guy's created like what Buddy did with the 46 and Gang Green. He's created a defense that's aggressive. And DeMarcus Lawrence, he's on pace for 12 sacks. It's a pretty good front four, man. They're playing exceptionally well. Seattle's finished. I'm not talking about Seattle today. Whatever, dude. Look at all around. Dan Quinn was trash in Atlanta. Won an NFC championship. You're right. Well, then Andy Reid was trash in Philly. He didn't win it. Got to one Super Bowl. He didn't win it. Is Andy Reid trash? Come on, man. Show some respect. Your football team got to the championship game. What did Andy do? What did Andy Reid do in Philly? What did he do? In your eyes. In your eyes, what did he do? What did Andy Reid do in Philly? Nothing. That's your takes, not mine. I think Andy was exceptional in Philly. But if you're going to see what most people do today, it's funny too to listen and watch it. You'll look at a guy and say that guy was horseshit, and then you can't apply that to your own team. Like when you go look at this, you go, well, Dallas is really overrated. Well, what makes your schedule any better than Dallas's? What, you got one more win than them? They play horseshit teams too. At least they play Brady. At least they play Brady. You got to apply the same knowledge in the same respect or that's probably what you don't have. You don't have respect for people and what they do. Like I look at Jim Kelly going to 4 straight AFC championships and winning it. Something you'll never see again. But you have no respect for it. The thousands of hours it took. You see team, look at your team. Your 17th team fell apart in 18 months. So much so, in 4 years later, from winning that Super Bowl, you won 4 ball games. Is that a one-year wonder? I don't do that stuff and say that. That was a dominant football team, that Eagle team. I don't disrespect them. Respect is earned. You're damn right. Respect is earned, without a doubt. And beating the 1-4 Lions is not going to get me to sit here and go, you're the best team in the NFL. Or your quarterback's elite. Because he's got a bunch of passing yards and no touchdowns. That's not going there with me. Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, what they're doing in Kansas City is awesome. Constantly making it to the conference championship game, putting himself in a position to win Super Bowls. Beating the Jags. Week 6 is going to be great. By the way, great college football weekend as well. We're going to take a look at this. Oh, hey. So that Dicker guy. Dicker the kicker dude. The Eagles got a special teams player of the week. Congratulations to you. Not that I think football players are kickers or punters. Okay, congratulations to Dicker the kicker. What's his name? Cameron Dicker? I hate kickers so bad. They're not football players. They're not football players. Kicker to dicker. Is it dicker to kicker or kicker to dicker? Who cares really? I do really. Yeah. Kicker to dicker. Oh my God. Kicker to dicker. So wait a minute here. So Donovan McNabb is talking shit on Jalen Hurts again. I mean, guys, honestly, kicker to is it big dick kicker? Okay, Sills. Love how you tell the truth about the birds. Hey, wait a minute. Thank you very much. Ken, one thing though. Okay, all the sarcasm aside, they're playing really good, man. I don't think the Eagles have played their best ball, Ken. I mean, would anybody here go like this? The Eagles have played 4 quarters of football? Would anybody say that? How about this? Would anybody here say that the Eagles have played 4 quarters of ball? Would you guys say it at all? I won't. Okay? I don't think that they've played 4 quarters of ball. Do you? I think their best ball's still to come. With all these new faces, dude, you know what's here? Let's go here. You know, as Dallas comes around the corner here on Sunday night, there's no question that the defense is playing better and better every week, I think. Hey, you know, you can say all the shit you want about that defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon. They did hold Kyler Murray to 17 points. Okay? They did hold that team to 17. I get DeAndre Hopkins is not there. Kyler Murray's not the guy. I don't care what they say. Hey, you know who I think the next coach to be fired is? Cliff Kingsbury. Remember I said that. I think he's the next guy to get canned. Between the sourpuss faces that they both put on, it's like a kid's show. It's like watching Romper Room. Some of you probably don't even know what Romper Room is. Okay? It's like watching Sesame Street. I can't tell who's more of a baby, Kingsbury or Murray. It's really nauseating to watch 2 guys act like babies on the sidelines and on the field. Here's Kyler Murray. Oh, and here's Kingsbury. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's like, Jesus, criminy, man. Right? I mean, can you be any more of a baby than those 2 dudes? McNabb is a squid. McNabb is petty. He'll always be petty. T.O.'s right. I had to give T.O. an apology, and I gave it to him. McNabb is a worm. He's a worm. What has McNabb ever done? He a hater. We don't fool with him. Damn, where the hell? Let's see here. McNabb is the dude, number 5. Okay, yeah. The guy throwing up in a bucket before a Super Bowl game. That's my general? Shit. Hey, can you imagine going out in Desert Storm? Hey, Xander, can you imagine, man, Norman Schwarzkopf? He's going out in Desert Storm. And right before he goes, troops, mount up. He barfs in a bucket. Man, I don't know about you, man, but if my general started throwing up before we went to battle, man, I don't know. Hey, guys, are you ready? Oh, Jesus. My God, this guy throws up in a bucket. Who throws up in a bucket before the Super Bowl when you're playing the Patriots? I mean, hey, guys, this is going to be a defining moment for us. We have worked our ass. I'd be like, okay, this ain't working. I bet that was a real, hey, I bet that was a real buzzkill when they heard their quarterback barfing in the toilet. Had to be. Had to. Can you imagine getting all jacked up and your quarterback's in the toilet and you can hear the echoing of the barfing? Phew. I don't know about you, man. Hey, where's General McNabb? He's in the toilet barfing. What? He's in the toilet barfing. Oh, man. Yep, there he is. Mr. Philly, barfing in the toilet in a bag. So every time McNabb gets in big games, he's got to have one of those, like, airplane barf bags. Oh, man. McNabb was hungover. I can only hope. He had the flu. Okay. Thank God. Oh, man. General McNabb. Where is he? He's in the toilet barfing. Oh, okay. See, hey, let me show you another example of a coach here. Real quick here. Let me show you an example of a coach absolutely getting and not understanding the room and not understanding things. So Ron Rivera said something that came to him when they said, what's the difference between all the teams in the NFC East and all of them getting better? First thing he said was quarterback. He's right. So today he had to walk it back. Hey, man, I didn't mean to throw that at Carson. I know you need an in. Dude, if your quarterback can't take a little bit of that, you guys are right about Wentz again. You had to apologize publicly because you were afraid it would affect your guy. Fire Carson Wentz, not Ron Rivera. Fire Carson Wentz. If he's that much of a wuss that he can't handle that, you're making $28 million. And if you can't handle that, that's a Carson Wentz thing. I don't give a shit. He's got to play better. Here's the problem, and I'm going to tell you one more time with Wentz, okay? Okay? Rivera, bitch, too. That's no way to lead. Xander's correct. Okay? Here's the problem with Wentz. He puts up all of these gigantic numbers, but his mistakes are so overwhelming, they can't overcome them. I figured him out now. I mean, you look at Carson Wentz's numbers this year. They're not horrible. They're not horrible. But his mistakes are so overwhelming. His teams can't overcome them. They just can't overcome his mistakes. That's the problem with Carson Wentz. By the way, hour number 3, the former defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys during their Super Bowl run, and the former head coach of the Bears and Dolphins, Dave Wannstedt from Fox Sports, will join us. That'll be at 5:30 Eastern time, and we'll get his thoughts on what used to be one of the great rivalries between Jimmy Johnson and with Buddy Ryan. Those were some great ball games between those two teams, man. They were absolutely spectacular. Spectacular games. Yeah, Commander Wentz, dog. Okay? Commander Wentz. JM, he's like Testaverde. Actually, Vinny threw for 47,000 yards. But you know what? Vinny's mistakes early in his career were too – you're right. Teams couldn't overcome some of the mistakes that Vinny made. Okay? That's fair. That's fair. Vinny did play 25 years, though, and did have 47,000 yards. Man, Ron Rivera, lack of leadership. Lack of leadership. Hit the like button. Guys, we'll take a look at week 6 of the National Football League, too. I want to talk about the Cowboys as they roll into town for Sunday night and that defense and what they're doing. And I'm going to tell you some of the things that they're doing that Dan Quinn is moving around. And I'll explain to you some of the things to look out for as they get ready for the Eagles. Please hit that like button. Like I said, hey, do me a favor, Morgan & Morgan. If you're ever hurt or injured on the job, there's only one law firm for you to call. That is Morgan & Morgan. With over 800 attorneys and offices in Philadelphia, New York, and in Florida, nobody protects their clients more than Morgan & Morgan. For the people, it's not a slogan. This is who they are. Give them a call at 800-512-1600. That's 800-512-1600. The call is free. The consultation's free. No case is too small. No case is too big, and they'll never be intimidated. 800-512-1600. And when you call Morgan & Morgan, do me a favor. Tell them Big Sil sent you.
When choosing a lawyer for your injury case, you may ask, does the size of the law firm matter? Well, of course it does. The insurance company, they're huge with unlimited resources. And whether your case is big or small, they're built to bully you out of the money you're owed. But here's the good news. We're big too, the biggest actually. And we're built to fight to make them pay for all that was taken from you. Size is our strength. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.